Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yeva. I've got a fun little layout chair for you guys for the summer of 2020. I just have only about 13 layouts to share with you guys this time around. Not too many. I took some time off for the summer season to enjoy the kids, make memories, take photos, but I am back with videos, layout chairs, and all the good things. So keep an eye out in the future for more layouts. But for now, I only have about 13 layouts to share with you. Like I said, I took some time off from even scrapbooking. I worked on other projects, but I don't have a whole lot to share. But I have some fun layouts to share, and I will definitely be tagging the person or writing down here below if it was a sketch, who was inspiration by, if it was a scrap lift. I'll tag him down here below. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'd love to answer them, and let's get started. This first layout, I'm using One Canoe 2 collection. I love their collections, you guys. I'm so sad that they are not making any more collections with American crafts. But this was just documenting my three boys. I love how all these colors, the dark colors with the bright photos and the layering and all this rose gold. It's so pretty. I think it's great. I love how it turned out. The only thing is I had this layout on display on the wall. My photos had faded. I'm a little bummed out. I did print them at home on my home printer, but they faded. So I'll just have to reprint that. That's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. Love how this one turned out. This is also another One Canoe 2. This one I definitely scrap lifted. I'll link them down here below. I love how they had designed these diamond shapes all along here. Very bright neutral colors, a lot of breathing room. I made it my own by adding more layers, adding definitely a lot more gold, and splashing gold mist all along my page. And I also distressed, I think the original sketch had a distressing, but I think that gives it a fun little extra texture. And I love how this one turned out too. One Canoe 2. This one I was very inspired by Paige Evans in how she has a cut file to make these certain circles. Now I don't have a machine, but I figured out a way where I can punch out a bunch of circles and fold in the edges and make this really fun pattern. And I played around with the arrangements, played around with the arrangement of the title and the circle sizes, and I'm so happy how this turned out. The photos do kind of blend in because the papers and colors are so busy, but I think that's kind of the fun part of it, and I try to make my embellishments around the photos so that they can, your eyes would naturally be drawn to them. Love, love, love how this one turned out. This layout I used Chamel's field trip collection. Now I have a love-hate relationship with this layout. I think it's kind of fun and bright and bold and really busy, as you can tell. But I don't really love it because it's really bright and bold and too much going on. So I guess I have a story behind this. It was like a little parade for the last day of school for the teachers, and the kids made a sign that was very colorful and bright, as you can see in the photo. And my thought process was, oh, I have this awesome background page by Chamel with all the letters that are colorful and bright and fun. I was like, oh, that would be perfect. So you can see my thought process. It coordinates, it tells the story. But as I was putting it together, it turned out to be very, very busy layout. And I tried making it work with layers and making the background a little bit more neutral. I'm still gonna keep it, but not my favorite. And I tried using the vellum, which was fun. So I tried. I don't hate it, but I'm gonna keep it. Here's another one. Oh, I'm blanking on the product's name. Ooh, I want to say Echo Park. I'll link them down here below. There we go. This was just a trip. We went to lavender fields, and I wanted to make sure that was documented. And I don't have a lot of purple in a lot of my products, so it kind of made it work. I kind of love, I like this layout. I used some vellum in the back to make it a little more subtle, make it like layers, but without being too bold. I just added a lot of layers, added my vellum circles, and splashed around some enamel dots and stickers. And this one came together pretty fast. This was a fun one. This layout I was inspired by Paige Evans, and she has a layout, I believe, using also a die cut machine and words, and she made her own background using different papers, and I kind of recreated that in my own way. I used a die cut machine, some old papers that I had stashed that I still like, but they're very old, and I made my own background, which was really fun. It did take me a couple of days to figure out my spacing and how many words I needed and just all the things. And then I like my layering here. It's kind of cute. Did some fussy cutting. The only thing that I wish I had done differently was move this over a bit, this whole cluster over, and then had some more of these backgrounds. But you know, it is what it is. I am pretty happy with it. I kind of like the colors. And this was fun. It took me a long time, so, but it was nice to make. These next few layouts, I was inspired by Chamel's Best of Both Worlds kit. She had started a kit where you can buy the products and scrap along with her. I didn't buy the kit, or I didn't have the same products as her, but I decided to make my own and worked with the inspirations and layouts that she had made. So one of her first layouts was, she has like a hearts background, kind of like a rainbow similar to this in a strip, and I think she has like 2 photos on the side here with clusters. I interpret it in my own way with the products I have, and I'm kind of happy with it. So this is my interpretation of that layout, if you know which one I'm talking about. I do believe she has it on her Instagram. So again, I'll tag that. I did some fussy cutting, some layers. I'm happy how this one turned out. A little busy, but I'm happy with it. Talking about our virtual online school from this last spring, springtime. It's all new to us. This was another one that I was inspired by Chamel. She had different camera sizes. She stamped them out of the products and papers that she was using. I recreated it with only one type of camera, and again, made my own little clusters, titles, things like that. So that was from her inspiration. And I like how mine turned out. Sorry, there's kids in the background noise, so if you hear them, that's my kids. All right, and all these products was also by Chamel. So this one, I scrap lifted it. I'll tag this person down here below. Love the way she created this. I believe she has a YouTube video of this. I just had to use this background paper. It also has silver foil on it. So I was saving it for the perfect page. And this photo that my boys had taken, cute selfie. Originally, I was actually gonna use this photo in here. But then I saw this photo, I was like, oh, no, this is perfect. Love you to the moon and back. And so I had to recreate it to make it work. Not a school themed, but just about my boys. Here's the, again, like I said, I was going to use these photos for this layout, but then I just swapped them and made a different layout all about the first day and last day of school this last, basically spring. Again, this is Chamel's field trip product. I love how she has a lot of like school themed things, but then there's also like bugs and dinosaurs and spaceships and things like that. So I thought that was very appropriate for, you know, back to school or school themed layouts. And again, this is about my boys' first and last day of school. Keeping it simple, 4 quadrants and some fun embellishments. This one I used a sketch, and I'll write it down here below. I was really inspired by the place that we were at. We were having breakfast, and it was basically at our hotel, and it had a lot of black and white and green cream colored decorations, and that's what I kind of wanted to, you know, bring it off of. And I used pink paisleys, blanking on the name, Fifth and Monaco, that's the one. Products on this layout, just keeping it very monochromatic, black, white, a little bit of gold, and that green. So it really reminded me of the day, and I'm really happy with this, how this worked out. So I just went off a sketch. I feel like it's a little empty. Maybe I should have used a different kind of background, or maybe draw, like write in some lines, how I sometimes do. But I'm happy with it. It's different, and it gives it a different vibe, and yeah, I'm happy with it. Nice and shiny. This one I struggled with as far as the photos go. These photos are a bit busy. They have a lot of colors, different colors. There's also like pretty harsh shadows. So whenever I try to scrapbook them, I couldn't find the right product. But I found One Canoe 2, mixing some of One Canoe 2's products together, adding some stickers, and just keeping it really simple worked out actually really well. So I just stuck to the gold and blue of these school colors for my brother-in-law's graduation, and then I added some vellum florals and just some fun graduation stickers that I've had for a very long time that needed to be used. So again, sometimes when you have busy photos, keeping it simple throughout the whole layout always works. And the last one I have to share was also a sketch. No, not a sketch. It was a layout. Again, I'll tag that person down here below. I had found their layout a long time ago, saved it, but now and recently actually stumbled upon it. And I was like, that's perfect to use the little barcode strips off of papers. We always save them. I know Paige Evan talks about using them all the time, so I thought this was the perfect layout. And again, I'll tag them here down below and actually show a picture of the original layout up here. So there's that, and I struggled arranging the papers because the photos are quite busy, and I try to make it as subtle as possible, but it's still having a lot of color and a lot of different patterns, and just, you know, nature walk, and kind of representing that with papers and phrases and things like that. So I'm happy with it. I think this would be another fun layout to recreate using different products, and I think every time we would look differently because of all the colors and patterns that you use. So that's my last layout to share. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below for products or anything like that. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys. See you next week. I'll have another video, a process video for you guys. Stay tuned.